Hey y'all, welcome to the Goblin Cave. It's me, Nikolai, or Jade, whichever one. I go by both names. One is my middle name, one is my first name. So if you didn't know, now you know. Today I'm going to be doing a video with you guys. Got RJ over here. He's just looking cute. And then this is going to be a video about my plush collection that is handmade. So I'm just letting you know this right now. This is an adult channel. This is not curated for children. So this is for adult plushie collecting and adult doll collecting. So if you are a minor, there are plenty of other channels that you can definitely reach out and get support on. But this channel is for adults only. So I would appreciate it if you just click off the video and yeah, then that way we can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be reaching back a lot today and kind of like going back and forth. But I thought I would put them up here and kind of lay them all nice for you guys to kind of see. Same thing with little RJ over here. He's just looking so cute. So let's go ahead and we'll start with some of like the smaller guys. Maybe we'll like go to smallest to biggest or something like that. Because I do have a pile of other things that were handmade, but not necessarily like strictly plushies. So let me come back here and we'll start with this little tiniest guy. So he's actually a Mayleg or Myleg. I don't know how you really pronounce it, but it's one of those little mice. And I'm going to try to show him up close for you guys. So, he's really cute. Now, these mice, they do not come in this attire. Again, this is not something that like I necessarily, I didn't make the whole mouse, but I did make his little outfit. If you're new to my channel, welcome, but I want you to know I'm obsessed with clowns. Clowns is definitely one of my obsessive things that I just love, and so you will see with a lot of my plushies are made to be clowns. I have this little hat, and this little hat I sewed, and it does come off. I have it kind of like tucked back because you do kind of have to like bring it back, tuck it back towards the ears to kind of get it to sit in place. But I just did that with some stretchy string. I did go through and re-thread his nose to be red, so because I didn't want to like color marker or anything like that kind of on him and potentially ruin him. Yeah, but this little suit that he has on, I did make that. This is just a little piece of lace. He does have his little magnetic hands. Super cute. And his name is, let's try to get him in focus here for you guys. But his name is Crumpet. He is Crumpet the little clown mouse. So this is little Crumpet. And like I said, I did not make him, but I did make his little outfit. So I'm going to go put him in his little pile of friends over there. And then we're going to move on to the next little guy. So let's go ahead and put Crumpet back over here. Here you go, Crumpet. All right. So then we'll go, let's go these two. So in my last video, like I said, I mean, I just didn't want to go over all their names. That was a lot of plushies to have to kind of go over. And if I would have been naming them all in that one video, we would have been there a while. So we'll start with this one I made for my husband. I think it was last year during Valentine's Day. But he's got this little necklace on. These are like charms and stuff that I got from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, like places like that. But that charm, it says, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." I'm sure that we've all heard that saying one time or another. He has a little earring and it says "Made with Love." I can't remember. I don't think that my husband ever named him. But he's really cute. I made him from, these are actually made from socks, so they are actual sock monkeys. I did not use any like additional fabrics or anything like that. This is just made from 2 socks. So, because you need 2 socks per monkey. I might eventually make RJ a sock monkey as well, because I do have like the perfect pattern that I think I would make for him. If you guys know like the types of themes and stuff like that I like for him. I either like this kind of like darker, like gothier vibe, or I'm obsessed with like rainbow primary colors, very classic looks with primary colors for RJ. But anyways, so yeah, this little monkey, he has that adult leaf, we'll call it, because this is YouTube. So I don't know, I'm very new to YouTube, but I am not trying to like look forward into getting my content shut down just for a freaking sock monkey. So there's an adult leaf on the back here, and he's got it on his legs as well, so you can kind of see where, where it kind of lines up to be together. And his tail as well, it's all down the tail. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There it goes. But something really cute, I ended up putting a little heart button right here on his little nose, and this is just a piece of yarn that I threaded through the muzzle. These are little heart eyes that I specifically wanted for him. He's so cute. My husband is obsessed with pink, so that's why we chose the pink collar for his little monkey. And I love the color red, so the red and the black and the pink definitely was a token of love. And on the back end, you'll notice that their little bums, their little booties, have little hearts on them. That's because there is usually like a little bit of leftover fabric from the socks when I'm doing them. And I ended up taking fabric from my monkey that I made me and put the heart bottom on my husband's, and then doing the same to mine. So now we'll go over to my monkey, which his name, I'm pretty sure I said it in my video, is Peanut. And he has this little gold peanut earring. I too wear my fair share amount of gold, I mean, as you can see, or gold color things. Another adult leaf. This side I have a bullet. I've been shooting since I was like 9 years old for like marksmanship and stuff like that. With my dad, that's how we bonded, and that's how I've bonded with him through my childhood. And then you obviously see my necklace, my septum ring, kind of hard to miss. But yeah, so Peanut, he's got the black and gold vibes, totally black and gold vibes. But I actually got his socks Like the socks that were used to make him were actually from Target. So yeah, if you've seen these socks at Target, you've probably seen, Peanuts essence in the wild. But he's definitely very floppy. Um, that's one of my things that, like, when I'm personally making these plushies and I handmade these, I just like them a certain way. I like them to be floppier. I like them to kind of be a little bit more fun. I enjoy when they're soft and squishy. I gave him a belly button. I didn't give a belly button one to my husband's because it's my husband's, and his had the, like, kind of more signature of the adult leaf than the button. So, but I had to give him a button because this thing just matched perfectly. And a lot of these things, like, I had prior to, like, making really the monkeys, like, the polyfill, because I use the silk polyfill. I also replaced RJ's filling with that as well. I just like the way it feels better. It feels squishier to me, and I love the kind of, like, squishy feeling. Of course, RJ is a little bit more stockier than that, like a little bit more filled because he's got other stuff in him. But I put little polyfill pellets. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but I put little polyfill pellets in each one of their little legs, kind of giving them that weight. So, I mean, this is kind of like one of my favorite things to do with him, is just to kind of make him do this. I don't know, something about that is just so cute, and he just makes me happy. His tail, he can hang by his tail, of course. And then we'll see right over here, this is the other heart butt that I was showing you on my husband's. Let's see if I can grab his too. That way I can kind of show them to you guys side by side. So see, that black fabric was actually left over from his and mine together. They just look so cute. I know I'm just silly, and that's really funny to be satisfied about that. But I think it's the small details like that when making handmade plush that just make them that much, I don't know, more unique and personal. Just like him, I gave him a heart nose as well, but I gave him a black one with just thread. Yarn with yarn. Same thing here. Gave him yarn. I kind of went through here, leaving this stuff open, kind of giving him like a very like nibbler effect. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Futurama or not, but I love adult animation. And that's very much so what Peanut kind of gives me vibes of, is like kind of nibbler vibes, specifically with his little mouth. So cute. And these are just, like I said, these are just basic scrunchies. I did not make these. Not that I couldn't make scrunchies, but there's just certain ones that I find in different textures and all that I don't know, when I find one, I just love it, and I know like what plushie is going to have that little scrunchie. So on here you can just kind of see, and I mean, I definitely put in the effort for the details of lining up the ears where they need to be, making sure that everything is very durable, because I'm going to be real honest, I can definitely be rough with my plushies, because just for the fun and the use of the plushies, there's times where I'm squeezing them and I'm, moving them crazy, and they're getting all wild, and I'm flopping them around, and, I just, because that's how I enjoy these things. And when I'm making them a specific way to be maximum enjoyment, I mean, how could I not? How could I not flop him around or, squish him? And I mean, there's just so many things. He's very posable too, so he's definitely posable as well, which I think is really cute. We'll kind of just set We'll set Peanut over here with RJ. Just because they look cute. We'll put his little leg right there and kind of set him up. Maybe hold his little tail. Cute, just like that. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the next plushie. Now this is something that I would say that I didn't make the frog portion. His name is Hopper. I did not make the frog. But what I did make for him is this cape. So I'm going to take off the cape just to kind of show you that real quick. So there we go, Hopper. This is the little cape. If you can see, it's got like these little gold beads. It has these little beautiful ends. It is reversible as well, so I mean, if he really wanted to, he could wear it like this too. But I prefer that he kind of just have this. I mean, this is like really nice velvet on this side, so I like being able to kind of have it like this on him. But yeah, so I made that for Hopper because when I seen him, I just seen him and he just looked so royal to me. Like he just looked very very regal, and I fell in love with him. And again, for the texture wise of him, he is a Manhattan plush. You'll notice a lot of my plushies, they have the tags missing, but I do know what brand of plush and stuff like that they are. But this is a Manhattan Toy Co. or Manhattan Toy Company plush. He's really cute. He has these like kind of little joint pockets, so it makes him to where he can sit propped up kind of easily. Again, this is Hopper. This is his little royal cape. What a king. And he's a very squishy. He has kind of like a very like velour soft texture to him. Almost similar to like the texture that is on like Squishmallows, but he is definitely not a Squishmallow. He is his own little brand. But yeah, so, and I made him also little like rings to kind of go along with that. Again, just with like clear, stretchy string, just really quick, easy things to do. I did sew that. I did sew the monkeys. So, and we'll just kind of set him right over here. He'll be right there because now I'm going to come over here and actually we'll put little Crumpet over here too. Now this guy, this is Booger. And I actually did a kind of random thing when I had made him and stuff like that. I asked my followers on Instagram to name him, and the best name that I had seen for him was Booger. And so he has stayed Booger, and that's who he is. He is, I want to say he's a few years old now. He's actually not super new. He's very worn. I don't know if you can like see the pilling on him and stuff, but that's kind of part of the charm in him. He is a, what I was calling Goblin Babes. And he is a little goblin babe that I made. I did hand sculpt his eyes. So I actually sculpted his eyes from polymer clay. As you can see, I also sculpted his teeth. His eyes, and then to kind of get that little bit of like shimmery, glossy, crybaby look on him, I put UV resin on top of the eyes that I had made. and just kind of in the area where the eye would almost be wet. I did do his little nails as well. You can see those. And I did not paint these. These are actually, I guess I didn't use paints, I'll say. But I actually used like crushed up pastels. So I would put pastels into the powder, and like I would like get it with like my knife and kind of shave some of the pastel off. And that's how I actually paint them before I bake them, because now this, it's not going to come off. This is not going to come off at all. It's not paint for it to come off. So you can kind of see, let's see if it'll focus. There it goes. But yeah, it's definitely not paint, but it is not coming off. It's baked in there. It's baked into the polymer clay, which I think is super awesome because, I mean, paint chips and stuff like that. He's definitely been through a lot. And again, he's filled with the same like soft silk polyfill, the fiber stuff. And then he also has a lot of beans, like the little polyfill pellets. And you can hear him. So that's all throughout him. And I even gave him a belly button. He has a little pink belly button because I felt like it suited him the most. And again, he's got the little pink collar. Mostly because it just, I don't know, the color pink reminds me a lot of my husband because it's his favorite color. And so when I see pink, it makes me happy because it makes me think of him. And that's why I choose a lot of the things that I do. But yeah, Booger is I wouldn't say he has really no gender, but I just call him him because that's just how I address Booger. But goblins, I don't really know if they need a gender. And I cut his ears to actually match mine, if you can see that. So you could see my ears, because I do have my ears modified to be very goblin-like. Hence the Goblin Cave. My Instagram is Goblin God. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to, you totally can check me out on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff about a lot of the different art I make, including my plushies. I post a lot of different stuff on there. So if you guys want to check me out on a different platform, go to Instagram and type in Goblin God, and you will see like my classic third eye that you see in the Goblin Cave profile picture, and you will see that as well. So you'll know that that's me. But yeah, so I gave him ears to match me, which I just think is adorable. And look at that face. He's got like a very like almost pug-like face. But he's just adorable. He is jointed as well. I used these wooden beads. And again, more of that clear string. He does have the buttons, and it's held and bound by like clear string here, and it goes all the way through to the other side, and that's actually what is joining him so he can move and be articulated. He definitely can be very posable as well. That's something that I really enjoy in my plush, is how posable they are. I have these little like preemie socks on him just because it's cute. I mean, look at him and how cute he is. And then the best thing that I gave Booger is his own booty. This is the little booger butt. Could tell he's adorable. He's got the cutest little goblin butt you've ever seen. I don't know how many goblin butts you've ever seen, but this is the cutest one if you've seen any of them. But yeah, so that's Booger, and Let's see, we got one more plush guy to kind of show you guys, and then I just have the stuff that I made for RJ. But this guy right here, this is a spider that I made. He's very large. I'm like, he was back there and he looked big, but he is a big boy. You can see how large he is. I mean, this is, you know the kind of standard size of a boppy, and this is him kind of like sprawled and splayed out. He's about a similar radius as a boppy, but he is weighted. He does have these beans. This is his little belly side, his little underbelly, his little spider butt. He's got this little mohawk, and he's got this, again, my favorite colors are red and black, white, and sometimes yellow and orange, but really my classic favorite colors are red and black and white. But he's super cute. I actually can't remember. I don't think I ever named him. I'm unsure. I'm like, I do suffer from memory issues, so it could be possible that I have named him, but as of right now, I don't remember his name. But if he was your spider, what would you name him? What would be a name that you would pick for him? And also, too, I mean, one of the best things about this little spider guy that I made is that he has, like, extra, I mean, he has beans in all of his feet, but he has extra ones in these, like, extra long legs that you can kind of see. This one here. And let's see which other one it is. This one and this one. And he has them like that because when I put him around me, his little arms kind of go around me and they kind of hug me. And so, like, he could be on here, like, hands free. So he can, like, hold himself onto my body, which, I mean, just look at him. He's just such a little cute little guy with his cute little spider face, his cute little spider fangs and everything. I just love him so much. But yeah, he gives good squeezes. He's a big boy, and I just love him. But I did make him by hand, so I made my own pattern. I did not use or take anybody's patterns. I did the same thing for Booger. So usually when I make stuff, my husband, he showed me how to make patterns and stuff like that, and he usually helps me develop a pattern based on like a drawing or an idea that I have of one of them. So yeah, this guy, he had no pattern. And I made my husband one as well. His is a pink one, but his is preoccupied at the moment. So you guys will just be able to see him. And then I will put him back over here. Yeah, I'm kind of just blanking on his name right now. I know I probably did name him, but I can't remember it. I'm interested to see what it is that you guys say that you guys would name him if he was your little spider. Look at his little cute face. Tickle, tickle, tickle. But, so this is a little craft that I made for RJ before he came home. I put it so I could put it on his little bassinet, or like above his little sleeping area, or wherever I wanted it. But it was just like a little plushy thing from Dollar Tree during like Halloween time. And I actually spliced it and put this red fabric, and then I put this Ripley Jones Valenzuela, because if you guys didn't know, RJ's full name is Ripley Jones Valenzuela. So I call him RJ all the time, but I also call him Rip. So you'll hear me calling him Little Rip, Ripper, Ripley, RJ, mostly RJ. But yeah, so I just made him that quick, cute little craft. I just thought it was cute, and honestly, I think I was just kind of like nesting in a way for him to come home. Same thing with like this blanket. So this blanket, I actually handmade him as well. So on this side, it's all kind of, I don't know if you could see it or not, but it's in the shape of like a spider web, in like a classic shape of a spider web, if you could imagine. So it's actually sewn like that. You can kind of see. And this pattern here is actually glow in the dark. So when I let it sit out in the sun like this, like exposed to the light, oh, you can't see, but when I leave it exposed to the light, it actually glows in the dark once it's dark time, which is really cool. So that side is glow in the dark and it's spider web. And then I made this side because who doesn't love versatility? And this side I made to where it's like very, very soft. This is very like earthier tones. You kind of have this lighter fur. Kind of reminds me almost like owl-like, or maybe even like leopardy, like a snow type leopard or something like that. But I like it, and it's really pretty for photos, so I can use it on either side, whether I'm feeling like creepy, whether we're feeling, fancy, whichever. And I actually made this for him before he came home as well, because I was anticipating him a lot. And then I have these, along to go with this, he has literally in his mouth, but he has this little binky. And this little binky I handmade, like I upcycled basically a binky that I didn't like, and I made it into one that I did like. It was one that came with like a set of mine. It came, I think, with this Tommy Tippy bottle. And yeah, I just didn't like the print on it. So I just painted over it, and then I put one of these little rubber spiders, and I like encased it in UV resin and then cured it. And now, I mean, it's super functional. It's very, very durable. I haven't had any problems with it yet or anything. So, I mean, it's been underwater and everything like that. It's just magnetic. But I did make that for him as well. And then, if you guys have seen on my channel or not, but these are some not binkies. My husband does that. He always calls these bibs binkies. I don't know why he does that, but anyways, these bibs I made, and I actually hand drew the designs. You can see my little signature eyeball and Mickey's little spacesuit right there. And then you can see RJ that I added to it. But yeah, these are actually sub-laminated, so when you stretch them and stuff, it's not going to wash off. There's no dyes that peel. There is no peeling on here because it's actually fused into the fabric. It's not just a piece of vinyl on top of fabric. So this thing has already been like washed and worn and everything like that. And I mean, it's still really good condition because that sub-lamination, it is meant to do that. So I can do like custom bibs for your reborns. I usually charge like $10 for the bibs, but I also draw everything by custom hand. So, and like this is a design that I redrew, but it is a design inspired by like vintage 90s Carters, and they're super cute. I put my own colors. I still like, yes, I looked at the image. Yes, I wanted it to portray its likeness, but I still created them a little bit differently because some of those bears I just did not, they're cute, but they did not look to the proportions that I wanted. So I changed their proportions and I made it exactly what I wanted to. And this is reversible, so On this side, it's just blank white. So, I mean, you can have just a nice standard white bib on one side, and then you can have this other one on this side. Again, it being sub-laminated really makes it so that this stuff is not going to just wear, and it's not going to dye your reborns. So that's really awesome. These can be used for like regular babies too. It's not just for reborns, but I obviously made mine with intention to use for my reborn RJ. But yeah, so those are the things that I have made for RJ, things that I have made plush wise. I really appreciate you guys spending time with me on this video to be able to look a little bit more in depth about my plush collection. Each plushie that I do have is fairly special, so they all kind of have their purpose, their backstory, their reasoning, their names when I can remember the names of what I named them. I mean, I got a lot of plushies, okay? Got memory issues. Gotta give me a little bit of credit. Just a little. I'm not asking for a lot, okay? But I appreciate you guys coming and watching our video. And if you guys have any questions about my plushies, or if you guys want to go to my first plush video and kind of look over all of them, if there's any that you see that you want more in-depths on, like in-depth reviews, please just comment. Let me know which plushie you want to see up close and personal, because they all have different fur texture and they have different just different personality, and I like talking about them, and this is kind of my way of sharing that with you guys, because I don't really get to share that with a lot of people like in person or anything, so yeah, it makes me happy to be able to share these things with you guys, not only my reborn son RJ, but my other plushie children as well, especially all the ones that I made. And thank you to whoever commented and suggested that I make this video on my handmade plushies. I appreciate it, and I give you lots of love for taking the time to actually comment, and those things, they make my day. They make me really happy, and it helps me a lot mental health wise, so I really appreciate you. Yeah, so if you guys have any other ideas too of like things that you want me to do videos on with, you know, RJ, I've been thinking about maybe doing like a cute reading with him, maybe reading him a book during a video. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, definitely comment, let me know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of the things, do all of them, every single one of them. If you can do it, you should do it. Do it, because I'm not asking you for money, but I would appreciate your support, especially for those who are all watching my videos. If you watch this video and you liked this video, it would help if you liked the video so that other people could see this video. And I think it'd be really cool. So if you guys can do that, and we definitely will be making more videos soon. Yeah, so until we see you guys again, we appreciate all of you, and I hope that you guys are having a wonderful evening. And I'm going to let you go because I'm just rambling on now. I'm just keep going and keep going. So until next time, bye.